Trade deadline season is here, where a lot of big names get thrown around, but ultimately end up going nowhere. Let me tell you, this HUT event, oh man, is so great, because EA has made a lot of different people happy. So find out how you have been made happy. First things first, something that's not in any of these graphics, but any traded players from now until the deadline will get boosted cards that will be released in packs for the remainder of the event. Up next, the graphic on your screen will show you that you need these trade deadline collectibles to make master set players, and those master set players are really, really good. We'll go through them in just a second. The next screen shows us historical trade deadline players. Big names such as Hossa, Iginla, Leech, Oates. You can find those in packs with 3 synergies on them. Up next, let's talk about the objectives that were released for this event. They'll give you a bunch of coins and a bunch of collectibles. You'll notice some of these say coin bamboozle and coin bonanza. Well, they're going to be bamboozling you because that's not a whole lot of coins. It's very similar to the sunsets that we had, where they're going to give you like what, a coin trace. That sounds like they'll give you like 10 coins. And I think at most one of these ended up being like 1,000 coins and the other one being 100 coins, and then the last one was like 250. So yeah, nothing to get excited about there, but the collectibles are nice for February and the trade deadline if you end up going for one of these master set players. If we end up going into the sets, you'll see that there are 3 different Peter Forsbergs, 2 different Marian Gaboricks, and 2 different Bishops. Well, it's going to be the same card, but there are different ways to earn them. They are all powered by collectibles, but you'll use less collectibles if you end up getting one of these trade deadline versions of these players, such as the 88 overall Ben Bishop. It'll turn 20 trade deadline collectibles into 15. Whether or not it's worth it to trade in the player and the collectibles, or just the collectibles, is dependent on the price of these trade deadline cards on the auction house. This one's interesting. Peter Forsberg Legend trade-in set. Trade in any 6 trade deadline collectibles and your Legend Peter Forsberg, which they released like months ago, and you can upgrade him to this 97 overall Forsberg. So while the Legends value has definitely tanked, you are able to upgrade him to a stronger Forsberg card to make up for it. Let's take a look at that stronger Forsberg card, because this card is absolutely solid. Well, actually, it's virtual. It doesn't matter. He's got maxed out skating, and the rest of his stats are pretty balanced, closer to 95, 96 overall all around. What I don't like is his face-off stat. And I mean, it's way better than most of the cards in the game, but he's a 97 overall to have 91 face-offs. That's kind of low. If you already have Forsberg, chances are by now you have a great team and you'll have better centermen. He's going to be a winger for you. These cards all have 5 synergies. Marian Gaboric's up next, and it's a very similar card. Maxed out skating, and the rest of his stats are actually slightly weaker than Forsberg. But something that does make up for it are his synergies. Call This Shot, BU synergy, those are really good synergies. He doesn't need BU, but with Call This Shot activated, his shooting's going to be better than Forsberg's. Ben Bishop, again, stats don't matter, but Ben Bishop is a 6'7" goalie. Everyone uses his lower overall cards, so let's see how much a 95 overall Ben Bishop will do. Hopefully he's not moving around too much and giving the opponent empty nets. Up next, let's go over to challenges, because like I said, there's something for everyone. If you don't have a lot of coins, definitely make your way over to HUT challenges. Actually, you know what? Regardless of the case, make your way over to HUT challenges for this daily challenge, which actually not that important. You get a February collectible. But the down to the wire challenges, there are 10 of them, and you can go in any order that you want. The 5th one, you get a free 90 overall trade deadline Peter Forsberg. You only have to play on pro 1-minute periods and get a passing percentage of 90%, which is crazy because all you need to do is get the puck, make a pass like this, maybe make another pass just in case, and just sit around. So I'm going to be hugging the boards here. I press start just to confirm I'm at 100%. And then I just leave the game alone. Let the AI do whatever it wants, because it doesn't matter. They can win as long as I got my 100%, or I mean, I guess 90% passing percentage. It's all good. Also, the game in super speed looks really cool. So yeah, hardly any time out of my life, and I'm able to get this 90 overall trade deadline Forsberg. It's really nice that they're giving out free cards like this, because if you're late to the game, you might struggle against a lot of those established teams that have been built since the beginning. This almost feels like EA is trying to help people catch up to those teams. So the 89 overalls that we got from the challenges in the last event, they kind of sucked. This 90 overall Peter Forsberg is really good. Not only because you get a Forsberg card, and a lot of people want to use a Forsberg card, but because his shooting is really good around 90, and his face-offs are also at 90. All of his stats, the rest of his stats, pretty much hover around 90. I think most 90 overalls in the game right now are going to be a little bit faster than this card, but that's okay because 90 skating is fast enough. Up next, we got packs, and your packs pretty much look the same as any other event. But what I kind of like about the packs right now, at least for the next maybe 3 days of the video being released, is there are so many cards, so many different type of cards out there right now that you can pull, which kind of makes it the best time to buy these packs if you pretty much had any time that you wanted to. Chances are, if you buy a pack, you're still going to get nothing. But as of right now, you probably have like the greatest chance of not getting nothing. There's a reason that the alumni that they released for the weekend are kind of weaker, because the rest of the cards that are available right now are just really good. We got your flashback cards, a bunch of like 90 to 95 overalls there. You got your diamond cards. Each of those cards sell for around like 50k, some more, some less. These trade deadline cards, another group of 90 to 95 overalls, and we got the trade deadline collectibles. And that doesn't even include your prime times, milestones, and team of the week cards. So yeah, it's a good time to be a buyer, but don't let that mean that you're forced to spend money and buy some packs. Finally, the last thing that we have are competitive seasons. We have a trade deadline competitive season that's going to last until March 1st, and you're going to have 6 days for round 1, so it's going to end on February 22nd. Looking at the rewards, they don't look great. It's just a bunch of packs, kind of like how the earlier competitive seasons were, so you're not going to be guaranteed a high overall player card for finishing well. And you might, again, just get nothing. If you wait too long to open these packs, a lot of those events I just talked about, I mean, you're not going to see flashback cards from these packs. I don't think you're really going to see diamond cards too much either if you wait too long. But yeah, that's what this event is looking like. Let me know what you guys think of this event, because I think a lot of people had requested certain things, such as bringing back Peter Forsberg, better free cards, and a goalie that pretty much everyone would want. A goalie that everyone uses the cheaper versions of. Turning him into a master set player is a great idea.